Napoleon Hill's classic, Think and Grow Rich. It's one of the most famous success books ever, right? But what if I told you it has almost nothing to do with stock tips or investment strategies? What Hill is really giving us is a blueprint for a mindset, a specific way of thinking that's the true foundation of wealth and achievement, no matter what you do.
And wow, Hill does not waste any time getting to the point. Before you can even think about conquering your bank account or your career, you have to conquer the one thing you actually have total control over, your own mind. The whole philosophy, everything, rests on this one idea of mastering yourself first. So just remember this as we go through everything. This isn't about changing your circumstances on the outside. It's about fundamentally changing your thoughts on the inside. If you can get the mindset right, believe me, the strategy will follow.
All right, so this leads us to the absolute cornerstone of the whole book. It's this radical idea that every single great thing ever achieved by humanity, every fortune, every invention, it all started in the exact same place, as a single thought in someone's mind.
Now, look, Hill is super clear about this. A random thought, that's just a wish. It's not going anywhere. A thought only becomes a real, tangible thing when you inject it with three key ingredients: a crystal clear purpose, a relentless persistence, and a desire so intense it feels like a fire in your gut.
So, this is the choice you've got to make every single day. Your mind is never going to be empty, right? You can either be deliberate about it, you can plant thoughts of purpose and desire and planning, or your mind is just going to passively pick up all the weeds from your environment, things like chance, worry, and doubt. You have to be the one in control.
Okay, so you've got your thought. You have a definite purpose. What's next? Well, you have to fuel it. And I'm not talking about a casual interest. No, you need what Hill calls a burning desire. This is the emotional power that turns a simple idea into a non-negotiable obsession.
There's this amazing story in the book that just nails this idea. This warrior, facing a huge army, gets to the shore and immediately burns his own ships. Why? He completely removed any possibility of retreat. There was no plan B. It was victory or, well, that's it. That's the difference between just wanting something and having a burning desire. You have to mentally burn your ships.
You know, vague wishes just get vague results. But when you have absolute clarity on your goal and this unshakable determination to get it, you start to pull all the forces, both inside you and out in the world, in your favor.
And the great thing is, Hill doesn't just leave you hanging with this vague concept. He gives you 6 incredibly practical steps to make it real. This isn't just daydreaming, it's a disciplined process. You're basically programming your subconscious mind for success by repeating this command to yourself over and over until you believe it. No questions asked.
Okay, so you've got the desire, you've got the plan. But what happens when you hit that wall, that inevitable resistance? Well, this is where the engine of achievement really kicks in. Persistence. It's the ability to keep going when literally everyone else is telling you it's impossible.
I mean, the story of Henry Ford and the V8 engine is a masterclass in this. He had an idea he was obsessed with, putting all 8 cylinders in a single engine block. So he gave the order to his engineers.
And you know what they told him? The experts? They said it couldn't be done. It's impossible. They worked day and night for months and kept coming back with the exact same answer: failure. But Ford's response? He didn't care about their expert opinions. His persistence was just absolute. He simply told them, I want it and I'll have it. And of course, as the story goes, they kept at it and boom, the secret was discovered. His sheer persistence wore down impossible until it became a reality.
You know what really all boils down to that classic saying? It sounds simple, but it's so profound. Persistence is what separates the people who dream from the people who achieve. It's like the carbon that turns a simple iron will into unbreakable steel. All right, get ready for this one, because this next concept is probably one of the most fascinating and honestly, most misunderstood parts of the entire book. Hill argues that the highest achievers have learned how to harness one of the most powerful forces known to humanity. And that force, according to Hill, is the energy of sex. He says it is the single most powerful human motivator there is. But here's the key, it's not about the physical act itself, it's about the raw creative energy behind that drive. So what high achievers do, Hill claims, is they learn how to do this. They transmute that intense energy. They learn to redirect that powerful primal drive away from just a physical expression and instead channel it into their work, their art, their business.
It infuses their goals with this incredible creative force and magnetism.
And you know, this kind of explains his theory on why so many people don't really hit their stride until their 40s or 50s. He suggests it just takes time and maturity to learn how to master and redirect this powerful force, instead of just being driven by it.
All right, we're almost there. You've got the thought, the burning desire, the persistence, the energy. The whole toolkit is right there. But there's one last battle you have to win. You've got to defeat the 6 inner ghosts that sabotage pretty much everyone else.
And here they are. Hill calls them ghosts for a reason, because they aren't real. They only exist in your mind. The fear of poverty, of criticism, ill health, losing love, old age, and death. Look at the symptoms. They just kill ambition and initiative. But here's the powerful part. The antidotes are all decisions. Decisions you can make right now. You can decide to stop worrying, to accept what is, and to just live fully. Conquering these is the final step. And that brings us right back to where we started. The entire philosophy of Think and Grow Rich is really just a blueprint for building an unstoppable inner world. The plan is here. The principles are clear. So the only question left is the one that started this whole thing. What powerful, definite thought are you going to choose to build your future with?